Hi fellow investors and welcome to my P2P portfolio update for May. There were many updates from different platforms between May and June. Arguably the most important one was the increased fees at Estate Guru, an already embattled platform trying to rally from the fiasco with the loans issued in Germany. The increase showed a complete disregard for small investors and once again highlighted how important it is to stay on top of the developments in the P2P landscape. I also made some changes to how I display my earnings. So let's dive into each platform and my portfolio performance. In the past, the displayed earnings showed exactly how much money I received on each platform. These numbers were slightly skewed because some platforms already deduct the withholding tax like in Rento, Autoinvest and CrowdPair. This meant that wherever the withholding tax was deducted, the yield recorded in my tables seemed lower than it was. It also makes a direct comparison between platforms harder. This gave the appearance, as one of my viewers correctly noted, that the portfolio gives a lower return. Moving forward, all the income recorded will be without any taxation. I also added a column that displays the return on invested capital. I remain invested on Income Marketplace with a small position of €1,898 that generated €17 of interest. Due to income's transparency and good performance, I decided to top up the account with an additional €600 in June. In the future, I plan to further develop this account, including with the funds that I will withdraw from Estate Guru. Income Marketplace announced the end of cash drag and so far delivered on that statement. My funds are completely invested. Furthermore, they achieved a remarkable milestone in May and cracked the 100 million invested funds through their platform. They currently manage over 12 million in active outstanding investments. According to their CEO, Lavrenti Tsudakov, they plan to introduce new products, onboard more loan originators, and expand into new markets. As an investor, I wish them success on this journey. My land account is sitting on €5,417 and generated €35 of interest. The statistics of my portfolio changed slightly. I have now 10 loans delayed longer than 31 days and 24 defaulted loans. The platform has developed considerably since 2019, and in a recent interview, Land's CEO Nikita Gonkers stated that Land is not the same company it was some years ago and that it is evolving constantly, including the debt collection practices. These evolved to be stricter than before. From my experience, it could take over a year from the first delays in repayment to any meaningful enforcement actions. With the stricter policies, this will be reduced to 60 or even 45 days in some cases. The CEO also said that Land itself put many loans into the defaulted section to expedite the debt collection process. I will wait on the sidelines and see how this develops. If the new policies lead to faster debt collection, I might reconsider my position, but for now, things stay as they were. FinTown keeps offering new investment opportunities at attractive rates. My €5,576 investment generated €10 of interest with €45 of accrued interest. The return on investment seems low at 2.3%, but keep in mind that the number doesn't take into account the accrued interest that will be paid out at a later date. Despite the default rate at 0%, I remain cautious and will expand the position only slowly. My position on CrowdPair is now at €5,842 and generated €54. CrowdPair experienced its first delays in payments with the loans issued to Henrio Group and Loru Sodai. Their response so far has been excellent and they kept the investors correctly informed of the developments. So far it seems all is in good order as the loans are well secured with collateral. I have currently 3 delayed loans and I will keep you informed how things develop. I have at this point no concerns and I expect a full recovery, including the extra 5% late interest. My Estate Guru position is now at €7,248 and generated €48 of interest. My plan was to expand the position due to Esketit Guru's well-performing loans in the core markets and their effort to resolve the defaulted loans. However, with the recent increase of the withdrawal fee from €1 to €3 and their fees aimed at making money from investors, I decided it was time to draw the line and bid farewell to Estate Guru. You might recall that in my previous videos, I mentioned Estate Guru's assets under management fee, which is 0.05% of outstanding performing principal, and their €10 per month inactivity fee. It is my firm belief that Estate Guru should make money from their core activity, which is financing real estate projects, and not from investors, especially those who are waiting for the return on their funds and don't plan to further invest on the platform. My €8,757 on Rento generated €59 of interest. Rento continues to deliver steady returns with an unblemished track record. Despite the slightly lower return on investment, this is so far one of the easiest and safest platforms. My Autoinvest position is now worth €12,172 and generated €125 of interest. They continue to publish operational updates on their blog in a welcome step aiming towards more transparency on the platform. My Peerberry account is worth €13,316 and generated €122 of interest. The Autoinvest is working well, however, for optimal execution please make sure to have several Autoinvest strategies. I have 4 smaller Autoinvest strategies with a remaining term of up to 370 days and investment into one loan up to €500. Again, these settings work for me and my desired risk profile. As with everything, you need to figure out what works for you. Peerberry announced on June 11, 2024, that they will change the paid-out interest rates for loans. With this decrease, the lowest interest rate will be 9% and the highest 10.5%. With the dropping interest rate environment, it is realistic to expect other platforms to follow suit. One way to mitigate this is with the loyalty program. Unfortunately, the lowest loyalty tier is only at €10,000 and gives 0.5% additional interest. My Robocash balance is now at €13,794 and generated €110. Una Financials, the group behind Robocash, has from June 1 a new CEO, Sergey Sadov. The group's founder will take on the position. According to his LinkedIn profile, he has rich experience in the financial industry and as the founder of both Robocash and Una Financials brings lots of added value to the company. The total account value on Esketit is €15,776. The investment generated €123 of interest. I had to make a big change in the investment strategy on Esketit. Unfortunately, the AvaFin Autoinvest strategy only rarely deploys funds. In order to avoid cash drag, I have increased the funds deployed under the diversified Autoinvest strategy. This strategy is, however, the suboptimal one as it includes all available loans, even the ones from less desirable loan originators. To avoid too much funds being invested in undesirable loans, I deploy some of the capital manually into AvaFin loans available on both primary and secondary market. The drawback of manual interventions is the fact that an immediate cash out isn't available as it is for the Autoinvest. The paid-out interest for May before withholding tax amounted to €708 or €664 with the applied withholding tax. This is the second month in a row where the monthly income is at well over €600, meaning that it most likely stabilized at that level. Showing again that I am well on track to reach my goal of €1,000 of monthly income from P2P. My overall return on invested capital stands at solid 9.5%, however this does not take into consideration the accrued interest at FinTown. If those were added to the total return on investment would raise to over 10%. The vast majority of the funds are invested and the cash drag in May was negligible. Unfortunately, events like Esketit gradual introduction of unreasonable fees and Peerberry's reductions of interest proves that one always needs to follow the developments in the lending industry and individual platforms. Good luck with your investments. I hope you enjoy these videos, although rather simple, they take up a lot of my free time to make. Please let me know how your investments are going. If you wish to support me on my investment journey, please subscribe and like the video or use any of the referral links in the video description. As always, remember that every investment carries considerable risks. Do not invest money that you cannot afford to lose, and do not blindly trust something you stumble across on YouTube. I am also looking forward to an exchange of views, so please drop a comment. Thanks for watching.